So this meditation is called I've called it the scientist meditation. Many different forms of meditation out there. This is just something that I've used more recently, which helped me, one, keep things simple, but something that I could apply not just in certain conditions, but pretty much anywhere I went. So whether I'm at work, whether I'm cleaning the house, going for a walk, or even sat at home in with some nice music on and the incense burning. So you can use this pretty much anywhere. And what we're doing with this, it's an objective meditation. So what that means is we're just looking at information, stuff that we perceive in our immediate environment, and we're looking at it objectively. And even if we notice ourselves labeling events taking place or circumstances, we're noticing that taking place as well. So let's get into it. So this is not something that we're not looking to achieve anything with it, but what it will do is it will give you, how can I put it? It'll give you more information to play with, so that you're able to make more informed decisions on a day-to-day basis. So there's lots of information around us going on all the time, but if we're too focused on, say, a few bits of information just because it's drawing our attention, and we miss a lot of other data that's coming in. So I want you to imagine that you're a scientist, and as a scientist you've created this virtual reality, and this virtual reality is very, very real. It's very lifelike. This virtual reality is this life that we're living right now. So you're a scientist, and your avatar that's in this virtual reality is this body that you've got right now. So I'll use mine as an example during this video. So you don't need to be doing this with any particular posture or any set conditions. You can do this pretty much wherever you are. You can do it sat on the bus, you can do it in the office. You just need to tune in basically to what's going on around you. So you're this scientist, you're a scientist, and you've got this avatar which is in a virtual reality. The scientist is separate to the virtual reality, and the scientist is just looking to gather information and create this environment to learn about the environment and to see what happens when an artificial intelligence system, i.e. the mind, is put into an environment, how it interacts with that environment and how it evolves. So this is the virtual reality that we're in right now. So my body has 5 senses: sight, smell, sound, taste and touch, and so those are five streams of data input that I can get through my body. I'm always receiving, or most of the time I'm receiving information through those 5 sensory inputs. I've got another 2, so I've got emotions as well, or feelings, and thoughts, concepts, ideas that are going around in my mind as well. So this scientist is in this avatar as me, as Rakesh Patel, and observing from those 7 streams of data input, what's coming in. So this scientist can feel what the character Rakesh is feeling, thinking, but also seeing, smelling, tasting, touching and smelling. All those 7 bits of information are coming in, and what I'm doing is, in this meditation, I'm not getting drawn into the bits of information coming in. I'm just remembering that I am the scientist, and that the scientist is left unaffected by what takes place in the virtual reality. Once the scientist takes off the virtual reality headset or the bodysuit, whatever, how intense this virtual reality is unaffected, untouched by what takes place in this virtual reality. Now all those bits of information coming in come into the mind, and the mind which is in the virtual reality gathers all this information, and like any artificial intelligence system would do, is it would gather all this information and it would start to process it and look at ways of doing things more efficiently, to preserve the system but also to preserve the environment that it's in. So that's it. That's the kind of nuts and bolts of the scientist meditation. And what you're doing is, you're just, as the scientist, you're going into the avatar, i.e. you wake up one day, or you wake up in the morning, you're the scientist, you're in your avatar, and you're just gathering data. If you've seen the film Avatar, when he goes into the character, he wakes up in the avatar world. I forgot what it's called now. Similarly, when you wake up in the morning, the scientist comes into the body, and in that particular day, it's going to be gathering loads of data. Just remember you're the scientist, put your awareness on the scientist, and what happens is your day becomes like a data gathering exercise, and the information coming in through those 7 streams of input can either be, it's probably a key point which I forgot to mention, is you're going to have positive things that feel good or are a bit more comfortable or preferable, and things that don't feel so good, things that are unpreferred and feel uncomfortable. So through those 7 streams of input, the 5 senses and thoughts and emotions, there's going to be what you might call the positive pole and the negative pole. Just like a magnet has positive and negative, so too this avatar can collect data which is positive and negative, but it needs both to learn how to automatically evolve to a more efficient way of being. And if you look back at your own life, at our life in this virtual reality, we have evolved, and that's because data's coming in. We're being objective. We're not ruling anything out. We're allowing ourselves to feel and experience everything, and then we act from an objective point of view. And what you'll find is through this meditation, the more you do it, and your mind, your perception will start to shift. You'll start to sink back as the scientist. You'll remember that you're in a virtual reality, i.e. this reality, and your life experience can become more enjoyable in the sense, because you start to see it as, oh, it is a bit like an experiment, a bit like a virtual reality, and we start treating both positive and negative experiences with the same love and compassion that we would treat, say, just the positive experiences. So have a go. Let me know how you get on. Leave any comments in the comments section. Thanks, guys.